do you want to do today? You want to make some ramen? You want to show our subscribers how I make ramen for Kwing? Hey, are you bored? Hey guys, it's me, K-Wife. If you can hear the background, Luke is playing Destiny, and I'm making ramen. These are the noodles, and I just cooked them, so I'm gonna, I'm making the noodles and the broth separate, so I just cooked them, and I'm gonna put them in a strainer, and then, make sure they don't get soggy. And then this is my, oh, I have to cook the corn still. This is my broth. I'm gonna try not to drop my thing in the broth. But, I kind of have like a whole mess of things that I put in my broth. First of all, my ingredient is I use pork. And here's my pork over here. And it has a little bit of sesame oil and ginger and garlic and Kikkoman soy sauce. Yay! And then in here in my broth, I have obviously pork. I take some of the pork and I like put it in the broth and I have it boil in there. And then I put in, I kind of like cheat, and sometimes I use a little bit of the packet that I get from the thing. From the ramen, and then what I just use like regular for the noodles over here. I just use like regular ramen packet. Sometimes I use the packet like Oriental or the pork packet, and I put it in there. But basically, I've got, like you can see, I used a lot of sesame oil, and I've got ginger that I put in my ramen. Oops, ginger, and then garlic. Obviously, I've got garlic. And I put like a little bit of this in there. And then I put obviously some soy sauce in the broth. And then mainly it's pork. That's what gives it the really good flavor. And then sometimes I put a few other flavors like a little bit of Mrs. Dash sometimes. And then let me see here. Oh, and another secret I learned for my ramen broth that I make is if I use a little bit of this, actually I use a little bit more than a little bit, this stir-fry seasoning. And that's my favorite brand, if people don't know, Kikkoman. I mean, I've used other stir-fry seasoning, but I don't know, Kikkoman is really good. I always use it because my grandfather was born in China and he always used Kikkoman. So I figured if he was born there, he would know what the best brand is. So, yay! So yeah, so pretty much, yeah, so like what I do is I boil the pork in there and everything else. You can see some of the spices on the top. And then like after I'm done like boiling it, I'll just take it out with this thing and I'll just stick it in here. So yeah, we're almost about to just put the noodles in a little cylinder, and then I have my hard-boiled eggs, and then I just have to make some corn, and then that is our ramen, and I'll show you guys the finished product in just a second. Okay, so I drained the noodles, and here they are in the colander, and some people like to put the ramen noodles in ice water so that it stays like really nice. Yesterday Luke made these eggs, or actually 2 days ago, but they're still good. He made ramen, so yay, and now I'm making my special kind of ramen that's made with real pork broth. And then, he's got his American cheese here, which I think kind of Americanizes the ramen, which I'm like, grr, but you know what? Ramen, you're supposed to make it your own. You can put whatever you want in ramen, vegetables, all kinds of stuff. Because Luke said his Japanese roommates, they, like, put all kinds of stuff in their ramen, so that's what ramen is all about. It's like stone soup. And then I still haven't cooked this, but it's my corn in the bag. I'm gonna cook it, and then we're gonna have ramen, and I'll show you guys the finished product. So, yay! Okay, guys. So I've got my corn cooking over here. I just used the same pot that my noodles were in, and so I'm gonna make Luke a bowl of ramen. So first, I do not have a ladle, so I'm just gonna use the. I know this is kind of weird steps to putting the ramen in, but I'm just going to use the K-Mom family tradition of using a measuring cup. And we'll just get some ramen here, just make sure. Put it in there, and maybe a little bit more. Alright, I'm going to get my noodles here. The noodles. Alright, Kwing likes lots of noodles. We're gonna stick like 1 egg or 2 in there. There we go, there's our egg. We'll bring it right over here. And then I'm just missing my corn. It's not totally cooked yet, but once we put that beautiful yellow corn in there, it will look like really nice. And that is one of Luke's favorite dishes, and hopefully he'll like it today. Because sometimes I make the broth too spicy or like not enough this or that, but that's the good thing about, I have all the ingredients, so I can just change it and I can just make it different, so depending on what he likes. Alright guys, well that's our bowl of ramen, almost ready, almost done. So I hope you guys are having a great day today, and if you want to know like exactly how much I put of what, I don't really know. I kind of do it by taste. So basically it's like if you like it saltier, put more soy sauce in it. If you want it to be more kind of vegetable-like, you can even put vegetables in the broth and then scoop them out. So basically whatever you want to do, however you like it, a little, a bit more of that or that. But I really love the pork. If you cook the pork in the broth, it makes the ramen taste amazing. And then you can put vegetables or whatever you want in here. So, alright, you guys have an awesome day, and we're going to enjoy some delicious ramen. God bless and happy gaming. See you guys next time. Bye. Say hi to everybody, Tink. Okay, well, well, cats, if they ignore you, then they love you.